So back again, I want to show you how I clean a dirty RC rather than a muddy RC, because you don't have to hose them off every time. Like I showed before, I use 3D. This is the dry wash, and what I'll do is I'll soak down the RC, blow them out first, which I've already done. Same product that you use on your cars is the same product I use on my RC. Another good product when you get an RC new is use this stuff. This stuff is made by the rag company. It's called Bead Maker. It's good for all surfaces, glass, everything. You can use it on your car because that's what it's designed for. And this is good up to 30 days. And this is what I use after I get the RC cleaned. It's a polymer base, and it's also used as a drying agent. You can look it up through the rag company, but it'll explain it all right here on how to use it. After I get the RC cleaned, I will spray the whole RC down with this stuff. If you don't want to use WD-40, which I don't use WD-40 on everything, this is another good way to make the plastic come back and keep it looking brand new. So once I've sprayed the dry wash, which I don't know why they call it a dry wash because it's kind of wet, but I'll agitate all the stuff that is stuck. She did take this, she had a puddle or something with this thing. But if you don't want to get the RC soaked with water, this is the best way I know to get this RC cleaned up. You know, just to take the dry wash and clean up all the plastic, all the stuff that is grimy and dirty. This stuff will dry on its own. I noticed that the battery trays collect a lot on these RCs. See, this one's got the light kit in it because this was the display model. But especially down in these base of these shocks, I've noticed that dirt and mud collect on the base of these shocks. Shouldn't take much. It's going to get noisy. Now, if you notice, the plastic looks very used. It looks like a beat up RC. even though it's kind of clean. Guess I missed the wheel, because that wheel's still dirty. I keep pointing the camera somewhere else. Sorry, guys. Trying to do this fast so it's not a long video, but this way you guys get the point of what I'm trying to do. Got these nice blue anodized parts, but they look kind of nasty after a while, you know. They start, I don't know if you can tell, but they start to look grungy. And taking them apart and cleaning them just isn't an option every time. Not for me, not with all the RCs that I have. So when they're not muddy, I'll do this. And I've applied Bead Maker from the start with all my RCs. So I'll shake this stuff up very well, and then we're gonna apply Bead Maker to this plastic. I want you to see how grungy everything still looks, kind of like dirty and old. You see everything. And if you spray WD-40, it will bring back the plastics. I've seen people spray Armor All and wheel cleaner and all kinds of stuff, and then put this stuff up on eBay, and then you think you're buying a new RC, and then that stuff wears off, and then you're left with a grungy RC. But Bead Maker is a polymer-based plastic protectant, and it'll recondition your plastic, which works great for those bodies, make them look brand new, and great for the RC. So spray it on your RC just like you were cleaning it. And this stuff's $20 a bottle, and it'll do a lot of RCs. You'll be surprised on how well this stuff works. I know not everybody likes to spray their RCs with WD-40 because they feel it hurts it or some other reason. So, and I don't spray it on everything, especially a road car that I don't want the plastic to flex on my road cars. So I'm just doing these because these were the newest ones that I brought into my fleet that I started this process with. So I had sprayed Bead Maker on these from the start, and they're very expensive RCs. You know, they're not cheap. So once I've done that, I'm gonna take my knock off the big stuff. I keep pointing this camera somewhere else. Let me grab my towel. So once you use this with a Bead Maker product, don't use this towel on anything else. This will actually bring back, it's good for all surfaces, plastic, metals. I find that it works really good on plastic. That it actually makes the plastic look new again. Trying to do this one-handed and as quick as possible. Because being dusty doesn't mean you have to hose it off. And this Bead Maker is a drying agent, which is awesome, because even on my cars that I hosed off, I'll spray it on those, and it aids in getting moisture out of everywhere. Kind of like WD-40. It's really not, WD-40 is not designed for it, but it does help, which anybody knows riding dirt bikes, you spray WD-40 on your dirt bike when you're going to go mud bogging or in the mud, because then you can just hose it off on your way home. The mirror's tucked back down in there. This fan's coming off, so I'm putting the stock fans back on it. Been dying to get the stock fans put back on this thing. My daughter's has done pretty well. I'm not sure if they changed the part number. After people started having problems with the fans on the Maxes. But I'll show you what it looks like. As you see, the plastic control arms and the bumpers, they're not white anymore. It actually restores the aluminum shocks, which is awesome because you're not taking them apart. And the black is turned black again. And the plastic looks brand new again, which that's why I like Bead Maker. And I use it on my cars. I use it on the dashboard. I use it on everything because I don't like an oily, filmy interior of a car. But the wheels look new again. Best thing to do with the wheels is to take them off so you can clean the backside, which I'll do. I just want to get the, I don't want to take a filthy RC in my house. So let me get these bodies popped back on and then we'll wipe those down. But just wanted to show you how well the plastics all look. The fans, the ESC, everything is looking brand new again. Or as new as it can look, without having to throw WD-40 all over it, or Armor All, or whatever you guys use. This is a clean, safe alternative. Let me get these bodies put back on. Now take a look at this. See how they're all down? Let's do a dry wash real quick on the bodies. Now when you have two hands, I'm sure the RC will come out cleaner other than one hand. She's really beaten up. She loves this little RC. Normally I have her wipe them down, but it's Christmas time, so they're inside playing. I figure I'd just get it done. You can really tell her body's taking a pretty good beating. It's bulging through right there from all the crashes, but she's really launched this RC and hasn't broken much. Broken that C-hub is about all she broke, which is pretty cool. Bead Maker, make it look brand new. This body's really crunched everywhere. So cool to see your kids into this hobby of RC. Hopefully she'll remember this for the rest of her life and continue to play as she gets older. This one's taking a beating too, just not as hard. They've all crashed pretty good, but that's what they're for. Well, they're not meant to just crash, but out bashing, they're gonna get pretty beat up. And there we go. Couple of Maxes, all cleaned and ready to go back out. So when they're not muddy, this is what you can do, and it will definitely restore the plastic and get all the dirt back off of it. See how the bumpers come out looking brand new? they're not all white and faded. And then what I'll do is I'll take the wheels off. I'll take them to the hot water, to the sink. You don't want to really soak the wheels because you don't want water inside of them. As you saw in RC Guy's garage, his wheel blew out and sprayed him in the face. But now it's vented, so you know, I don't really run these things in water, but I don't have snow out here in California. But you can see the reflection on the body now, which is really cool, and the Bead Maker will help protect so nothing sticks to it. It works best if you don't get them wet for 24 hours. But as you see, the Orange Max is looking pretty nice, and the gray and blue one looking pretty nice. As you can tell, the wheels are still a little, tires are still a little dirty, but we'll pop those off and clean them. So just an alternative to hosing your RCs off. This is a good way. Use a dry wash and then use a Bead Maker. So hope you guys like the video. Hopefully this helps some of you guys. Let's get these things put in the garage. Let's take a look. Those two are coming out really nice. Sitting there drying. But yeah, there you go. The Maxes are all ready to go out again. And I won't have to wait 24 hours because I didn't get the electronics soaking wet. So I think they look pretty good. I think it works out pretty good. I found that Bead Maker about a year ago. So I'm really happy with it. And all the products I use everything from 3D and the Rag Company to clean up my RCs and my cars. So there we go. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Gonna get a running video next. Thanks a lot, guys.